Welcome back to our FlipaClip tutorial with Miss Pollard. Today we are going to learn about framed layers or layered frames. And so with that, we have been working on one layer, not just onions and frames, but one layer. For example, I'm going to show you a picture, okay? So right here, we have one artwork, all right? This is my son Andres. One artwork, but really there are two pieces of paper. Now this one here, we have a background, all right? Chalk pastels, okay? And then right here, we have a foreground. Two pieces of paper creating one layer. If I happen to draw on my transparency here, it will not affect my background. Or if I happen to shade in or blend in my chalk pastels, it will not affect my foreground. But right here is one artwork, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our layered frame. We are going to click the plus sign, and then we're going to add our company name here. Let's call this one layered frame, okay? Now there is no assignment here, but I would love for us to learn this because we need this technique to be amazing animators, all right? Let's create our project and we come up to a blank screen. So again, we have our pen, eraser, lasso. We have never used the fill bucket, but we're going to use it now, and text box. There's something down here at the bottom right-hand corner called layers. This is where we are going to create our layered frames or pictures on top of one another to create one artwork. So let's click on the three boxes with the number 1. Right here, layer 1 will pop up. Let's click on layer 1 and name this one background. Okay, we're going to name it background and then click update. Click on the plus sign again and layer 2 will pop up. We're going to call this one effects. Now effects would be sparkling stars, flying birds, steam coming from the desert, the waves from the ocean. That would be effects, okay? For example, you may have the background of a tree, river, mountains, but the effects would be the moving of the leaves, the rocks falling from the mountain, the waves in the river, okay? Let's add another one, layer 3, and let's call this one characters, okay, and update. Now, the ones that are at the top will be the foreground. The one in the middle will be the middle ground, and then the background is the background. So the background will be the furthest away from us. So if I happen to move the background, click and hold and move it up here, it's like your background comes from being this, or your artwork comes from being this to this. That makes absolutely no sense. You want your background to be literally in the back so that you can see your artwork there. Okay, so let's click and hold and move background to the bottom. We have characters, effects, and background. So let's get started. Click on the background, click off of that, and let's fill this up. You would click on your fill, and I'm going to use the color, let's see, maybe like a dark purple color. The percentage here means how much more opaque you want it, meaning the color's not see-through, so you have 99%. And if you want the color to be transparent, we have 30%. I'm just going to use 62. Click on the screen there, and now you have a background. Click on the three boxes there. You see the number 1. Now we're going to click on effects, and now your three boxes change to number 2. I'm going to draw, let's see, a bouncing ball. Let's do that. So I'm going to choose my paintbrush, and then I'm going to click my color here. I'm going to click on black, and I'm going to draw my ball right here. All right. So I did that right in effects. Okay. So let's click on the box again, click on characters, and now I have my layer 3, the top layer. I'm going to draw a stick figure. So I'm going to choose the color red. I'm going to allow my paintbrush to be a little smaller. And I'm going to draw my stick figure. Okay, a happy one. So now I have my 3 layers in one picture. For example, everyone, let's click on our eraser, and we're in our characters layer. Try to erase the bouncing ball. You can't do it because it's in a different layer, but you can erase the stick figure, okay? Let's click on effects and try to erase the stick figure. You cannot do that because it's in a different layer, but you can erase the ball. Now, click on the background and let's erase the ball and the stick figure. You can't do that because you're in a different layer, but you can erase the background. For example, hi. All right. Now, what if we wanted to move characters? For example, I don't like my stick figure there, so I'm going to get my lasso and I'm going to circle my stick figure, and I actually want a smaller stick figure. Let's do that and move it over to my ball. I want it closer. But now I want to move my stick figure and my ball back over to the right. What's going to happen is you cannot move both of them over because you are in the layer of characters. So here you see one layer has background, the next layer has effects, and the next layer has characters. You have created 3 layers that are layered upon each other, or layered frames. One artwork with 3 layers. How much would this help you as an animator? I'm pretty sure this will be amazing. For example, you do a background and it's wonderful and you do this all on one layer. What if you mess up your character here? If you erase it, you're going to erase all the artwork. Having layers will be very beneficial for you as an animator. So again, this is not an assignment, but a good practice for you when you are doing your animation. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, come see me in class or shoot me an email. Goodbye.